two panels may not know this, and some of you guys that are repeaters, bear with us. You are leaving this convention and going to do the Mikado, and then later on, in the next few months, you're going back to record. We cannot, I know you contractually cannot talk about it, so we'll ask you to say just as much as you can about a particular film whose name we cannot title, but it's written by the person who did the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and it's got the same director, and it stars your good friend Ian McKellen. So that's a nice round way of saying what the film is, but can you kind of talk as much as you can, contractually, because we don't want to get in trouble, about that film thing you may kind of be doing?
Well, yes, I'm doing the film The Every time I try to mention them. Yes, I'm doing that. I'm playing Radagast the Brown. I think the only reason why they gave me the part was because I could say Radagast the Brown. I can't tell you anything about the costume, or anything, but I mean, if you think that Saruman the White, what he wore, if you think of Gandalf the Grey, the colour he wore. There might be a hint in my name. That's all I can say. Ian McKellen's in it. Ian and I got to know each other in a year and a half long job. King Lear. Ian McKellen played one of the great King Lear. Which is on DVD. We filmed it, this amazing production. Directed by Trevor Nunn, who's one of the great theatre directors, and I played the fool to King Lear. And there's a very poignant relationship between these two old men, and Lear going mad and the fool kind of companioning him in that madness. The fool generally is played a lot, in Britain anyway, by kind of straight actors, you know, because the fool it belies its name. It's not really thought of as a comedic part. It's a very sad, tragic part. But I was cast by chance. 3 weeks before they were starting rehearsal, Trevor Nunn had not found his fool. All over Britain, they've been looking for him. The casting directors of the RSC, blah, 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 looking for the fool. And I was at a party with Nicola Bryant. Those that know Doctor Who might know of her. Anyway, she was in a play directed by Trevor Nunn, and I went to a party, the first night party, and Trevor came up to me and said, "Sylvester, I've never worked for him before," but he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'm having a drink." And he said, No, are you working at the moment? Are you in anything? I said, "Well, I'm doing a pantomime." And he said, "When does it finish?" And I told him the date, a week after their rehearsal started. And then he said, "Oh, really, right." And then I said, "What are you doing?" And he told me, and I said, "You're going off around the world." I'd do anything to go off around the world. I said, I have a friend, a director, and she just says, in order to get me to do a job, all she has to do is wave an airline ticket, and I'm there. So anyway, the next day he phones up my agent and arranges for me to meet him for coffee. And I met him for coffee, and he said he believed in synchronicity. And I said, "Well, so do I." Yeah, I believe in it, whatever it is, but I believe in it. You know, if it's a religion, I'll join. Because I had a feeling I was going to get offered a part. And if I had to join synchronicity, you know, I would do it. So, anyway, it turned out he believed in that, and he thought I would be ideal for his fool, so he gave me the job. I got the fool, and that was great. And then I met Ian, and then we toured the world, and then we went to New Zealand, and I met Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson invited Ian, myself, and some others to his house, and I got to know him. And so that was it, the kind of intro into getting Radagast. Although years earlier, I had been up for Bilbo Baggins. Yeah, I went along and I did a screen test, and they had, you know, lots of actors went, but in the end they kept saying, no, we want you, we're very interested in you, so let us know if you're doing anything that might get in the way. And this went on for months and months and months, and then they said, oh no, we're now down to 2 actors, there's just you and someone else. So it got very exciting. And then it turned out, because the other one was Ian Holm, the great, glorious Ian Holm. And so I didn't get Bilbo Baggins, but I think it's maybe synchronicity that I didn't. Thank good old religion. And so, because I ended up getting Radagast the Brown. I rest my case.